how is fintech revolutionizing the education and immigration industry in 2024? I mean, I'm sure everyone has heard about Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook. He once said that the pace of change which is happening at this current times, this is something which will not get slower anymore. It will keep on increasing. So I guess this is definitely true. We have been, experiencing a lot of technological revolution since last few years, and everyone has actually noticed it. I mean, everyone uses technology in their daily lives, but how to improvise your business activities or processes, leveraging these available resources. So this is something which we will be discussing today. Okay. Uh, just to give you a heads up, we also did a webinar previously, which was the digital pathways to 2x education and immigration growth in 2024. So this is something which was conducted on 28th of March, like in the month of March, at the very end of the month. And then we got a very good response from the audience. A lot of people joined in. So we actually shared a lot of aspects in terms of how you guys can generate leads using the marketing platforms that we have, and how you can optimize the more leads which are generated for your companies. In case if you guys are interested, just drop in a quick message that okay, we are interested, and our team they will definitely coordinate, and they'll also share with you the recording of the previous webinar. Trust me, this is something which you shouldn't miss out. And even we would want you to look at these, previous recordings, so that I'm sure more or less you get empowered, and you'll probably, it will help you to improvise your processes. Okay. Moving forward, I would actually like you to introduce to our esteemed guest for this webinar, a tech visionary with 17 years of global experience. He's currently serving as Chief Technology Officer at Vaze, Mr. Paresh Manisekani. With a passion for innovation, our guest will provide you valuable perspectives on the future of finance, as well as the disruptive technologies. So I would like to welcome Mr. Paresh. Hi, sir.
Hello, Bhavesh. Thanks for a warm welcome. And hello, everyone. Hope everyone is doing great. Let's move forward, Bhavesh.
Thank you. So Mr. Paresh will help us to identify and throw some more light on the fintech technology, since he is from the technical background, as we saw that he has full experience of more than 17 years. So he'll be the correct person who will be guiding us throughout the webinar. Okay, so these are just quick, information links for you. These are our LinkedIn handles. In case if you would like to connect with us, and then you would like us to have a quick chat after the webinar as well, feel free to drop us a connection with us. We'd be more than glad to connect with you. Okay. What is fintech? This is something I would ask Mr. Paresh to take over from here, because he's the correct person. So over to you, Paresh.
Thanks, Bhavesh. So, very warm welcome, everyone. I'm excited here to talk about fintech, the innovative way we manage our money in today's world. So, fintech, in the simplest term, is a technology for handling finance with ease. So, let's discuss some common examples of fintech's platforms that many of us already using in our daily life. So, I would like audience to have this interactive session, provide some insight what all platforms you are using, if anyone is aware, or else I will be happily sharing some of the most commonly used platforms nowadays people are using, but they might be aware or they might not be aware. So anyone would like to they can unmute themselves and share some insight, or they can even type on a message.
We have a lot of people in the participants list. This is Sunil, Sanya, something better, Mr. Raj, Mr. and Jax, few other people as well. Feel free to unmute yourself and this will be drawing your insights. In the meantime, we get the answer from our participants. So I guess, but according to me, I believe we come across a lot of applications which we use on a daily basis, which are ultimately associated with fintech. So just a big example. I mean, if we go anywhere, let's say purchase groceries, we use our Paytm wallets, we use our Google Pay wallets to make these payments. So making it easier for us to go cashless, even transfer the money with just one click. So I believe this is a good example of fintech.
Yes, yes, very correctly said, Bhavesh. I'll add few more, commonly used platforms which are, many people are using, but they might not be aware that this is fintech. Like you said, mobile wallets, we have Paytm, PhonePe, Google Pay, Bharat Pay, then payment gateways for online payments like Razorpay, PayPal, Stripe. Then we have most commonly, if you guys have heard about credit platform, where a credit card management app that rewards users for paying their credit card bills on time. Then we have Grow platform for the mutual fund investments, stocks, and other financial instruments. Then most commonly used banking apps, banking mobile apps where they do net banking and banking with ease. So these are all the commonly used platforms which is being exploring the fintech industries, and they are using at a very good scale, and they are speedily growing into the market. So let's move to the next slide, Pravish.
Sure.
So let's see how technological innovations in fintech is happening at the moment. So there are multiple trending technologies fintech industries are exploring. The most important one is the are being listed here. Artificial intelligence, since everyone is aware that AI is making machines think and act like humans. Now, most common examples, if you come across, is the chatbots, virtual assistant in the customer services. Like you might see Zomato or Swiggy, Uber, Ola, all are using chatbots to help their customers to get instant answers. So this is the places where AI being used mostly to scale their business at a very fast.
That's correct. That's correct. I would like to add on this, to this point, Mr. Paresh. I believe AI is a very good technology which has been recently trending. And as you explained in a very simpler language, that intelligence is actually making machines think and act like humans. I believe even the education immigration industry can be, like it can take an advantage of this technology, wherein if they have any such queries, some normal questions that students might have in their mind, if they have a chatbot on their website, anyone can just drop in a message. And even maybe looking at the generation, they don't want to just take a phone and then place a call and talk to someone. They would rather prefer a quick chat with someone where they are getting their answers and their queries are being resolved. So this is a very good technology which can also
Yes.
be used by us.
Yes, that's correctly said, Bhavesh. And those are the things is making every industry to grow much faster. So let's see how machine learning is realizing everyone's at a banking personalized level. So machine learning allows computers to learn and get smarter on their own. So if you see in the banking field, machine learning is used at a maximum level for the personalized banking. So they are also utilizing ML to help high level of transactions, data, personalized product, and they analyze the data and give the result at ease. So this earlier this thing used to be very time consuming and complex to any banking to understand the needs of their customers. But with machine learning, this has become like very easy.
Okay, I actually have a question, Parisar, over here. So you mean that whenever I open my, mobile application of my bank, the personalized loan offers that I get and the wealth management, suggestions that I get, this is something which is being managed by using the technology of machine learning, right?
Yeah, that's a correct example. Yeah, that's how it works. So very well said and very well analyzed. So let's move to the next topic, which is blockchain. So blockchain is a technology, it's a way to record data that cannot be changed or hacked. So blockchain is a highly secure database, basically. So it is being used in multiple, platforms. You can also relate with the cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, then any other cryptocurrencies. They are using this technology to make sure the transactions are highly secure.
Yeah, I believe even blockchain is something which is kind of really trending these days. Due to its nature of like being the, you can say, the best secure option which is available in the market right now. I mean, if I am a student or if I am an immigrant who is willing to travel to the abroad country, I would not want to waste my money by, let's say, paying it to someone where my transaction is being hacked, and the account is debited, but it does not reaches to the concerned bank account. But then, yeah, I believe these days a lot of even universities, even government portals, they are trying to get these technologies on their platform, making it easier for the students as well as making it more secure for the citizens.
Thanks, Bhavesh. So let's move to the SaaS. SaaS is basically software as a service. So in traditionally, Bhavesh, if you remember, we used to have like whatever software we needed for a business, we used to buy, and it used to be very expensive because we used to buy at a one time and then used to maintain. So the cost was the maintenance plus one time. But if we use that only for 6 months, 3 months, and if we don't require, there was no choice. We have to bear those expensive expenses, in the traditional way. But today's world, there are many platforms which are being using, SaaS technology, SaaS software as a service, where we don't have to buy the software. Instead, we can just take the software on a rent. We can use it. Once we use it, if we don't require, we just discontinue. So that's way that platforms are being growing, and it is helping customers at very high level. So best example we can see insurance and health coverage comparison platforms like Policy Bazaar. So we can see those are being the service are being utilized whenever we need, we subscribe, whenever we don't need, we disubscribe. So that's way SaaS is helping every industry to grow much faster, and it's much economical.
That's correct. That's correct. I mean, even considering the budget constraints, let's say if I'm a new business, I have my own startup, investing in a traditional method or software, I just make a one-shot payment and then use it for lifetime. It will be rather better to have these, industry acceptable SaaS software which are currently available in the market. Maybe you can say one of them is Zoom calls, which is being used by everyone in the Microsoft Teams, where you have to just go over there, sign up, use their services, and you can just pay on monthly basis as well as on yearly basis. This is something which is more commercially feasible for such small businesses, and even the large businesses. They should actually take the advantage of this, wherein they can manage their cash flow properly, and then they can utilize their funds in the other important activities, operational activities which they are willing to do. So again, yeah, this is a very good thing about SaaS.
Yes, that's correct. That's how people are growing faster nowadays. So let's move to the topic of open AI technology, which allows different apps and systems to talk to each other. So most APIs are being used by payment processing integrations, where they connect with different platforms, different application systems, and do payments very quickly and with ease. Like even most commonly example you can see is a razor pay payment, where they have been integrated on day-to-day basis. Any utility bills we do quickly in 2 minutes, we can do the payments and everything is done. Rather than earlier traditional ways, if you see, we used to go to the electricity office and other offices, and we used to be in a queue, and it used to be quite difficult. But with fintech, this is being exploring very faster scaling, and it's being very helpful for everyone.
That's correct. That's correct. I guess considering our industry, education immigration industry, for the people who are joining as a participants, I think you should give it a shot in terms of integrating these payment gateway APIs. I believe for India we have these popular payment gateway APIs like Razorpay, as Paresh has said. We also have Cashfree. So let's say if you have some appointment booking portal available on your website, if someone is willing to book an appointment with your counselors or virtual counseling, so instead of collecting the payments using the bank transfer, just have the payment gateway integrated over there. With just one click, actually the student or the concerned the potential client will be able to even make the payment, and they can even avail this virtual consultation sphere. So yeah, I guess you guys should also try to just explore the verticals of this, and I'm sure this is something will be very beneficial. Okay. Thank you for getting deep into what all technologies are being used basically in the fintech these days. Now we jump to the next part of our webinar, wherein we'll quickly have a look in terms of the education and immigration process which is being carried out, considering a student life cycle, right from when they visit your office until their visa application is received. So, where all fintech is basically placed, and where how you can optimize it in each and every stage. So we'll probably just quickly check that. So first of all, education, loans, and financing. This is something which is a very critical stage. I believe, of course, fintech can definitely empower, this particular stage of immigration process as well. Wherein, if you have multiple options, the people can actually look or even purchase or even get the loans online as well. Of course, we get more detail into this. We have Mr. Paresh, so he will be explaining each one of them in detail, but then just giving you some, you can say, highlights of this. Then we have tuition fees payment. Okay, again, this is also a very critical part of the process wherein we can avoid the bank transfers if we are using the technology. We have health insurance. Again, this is also a very integral part wherein if any student is willing to travel to abroad or even if it is an immigrant, be it on visit or any other visa, they are supposed to militarily have the insurance with them. So fintech can also assist to empower, at the stage as well. International bank account, of course, if you are willing to migrate to the other country, you are supposed to have the bank accounts, in that particular country as well. So you also check how it will help us. Cross-border payments, of course, a lot of payments happen cross-border when we, in this industry specifically. So to make sure that you are using everything wisely, we will again give you some more brief on how this is something which can be changed. Forex exchange, we have digital wallets, as well as the financial document verification. So the entire process is more or less, wherein we can use the fintech technology and we can empower ourselves. Moving forward, over to you, Parisa.
Yeah. Thanks, Bhavesh. Very well said. So let's start exploring how traditional and fintech works with education loans and financing. So traditionally, getting education loans was often slow and restrictive, with a lot of paperwork and strict credit checks. This made it hard for many, specifically international students, to qualify. But with the help of fintech, have changed this by offering quick online applications and using new data to provide personalized loan options and flexible repayment plans. This makes education financing more accessible and adaptable, specifically for the student from abroad. Now we can see some of the most commonly used fintech platform for education loans and financing, especially for international students, are Leap Finance, Prodigy Finance, Still, Eduvance. So these are some of the platforms most of the people are being exploring now to help and get connected with the fintech to get all their education loans and financing quite easy. That's
That's
correct.
correct.
That's
That's
correct.
correct.
Looking
Looking
at
at
the traditional practices.
which need to do and how the fintech is actually changing the game. I believe even if I talk about myself, I find it very hard or very difficult to, let's say, process a bank transfer. Maybe, I would not want to visit a bank, even if it is pretty close to my vicinity. But then using these new net banking applications as well as these UPI transactions that we have, it has, actually empowered the young age as well as the other people who are willing to migrate because this becomes actually much more accessible for them, much more easier for them to adapt. And then it is just with the clicks, everything is on your phone. So I mean, it is actually increasing the business more often because previously even the people used to hesitate to migrate due to this loan process. They used to get fed up, they used to get a lot of stress. But as Mr. Paresh said that these days they're getting a lot of options in terms of what would be the best option for them, how the interest can be reduced. So this is something which is again, game changing. Okay,
Talking
talking
about
about
the
the
next
next
stage
stage
that
that
we
we
have.
have. What will you say?
Yeah, thanks, Paresh. So let's see how traditional and fintech approaches work for tuition fee payments. So traditionally, paying tuition fees overseas involve complex bank transfer, high fees, and dealing with fluctuating exchange rate, which could be both costly and time consuming. And even the processes were not transparent. If you want to know upfront how much it will cost, we never get connected with the accurate costing. But now, platforms streamline overseas student payments with direct transfer, lower fees, better exchange rate, and enhanced security, simplifying the process and reducing cost for students. This is making them very, very easy, and they are being saving lot of money because of this. So let's see some of the most commonly used fintech platforms for streamlining overseas tuition fee payments are, you might have heard Wise, Western Union, Flywire, Pay My Tuition, Remitly. So these are some commonly platform, they are being used and explored by many students, since they are saving a lot of money and process is quite transparent. Security is there, so it's quite easy. So what you think about it, Bhavesh?
Of course, of course. Again, being a student or being an immigrant, every single penny matters for me. If at all I can actually save a lot of money, let's say, even in, let's say, $100 for my, wherein if the exchange rates are fluctuating, or, if there are more transfer fees that are usually incurred by the other agents that we process through. But if we have this ease wherein we can directly just process the payments regardless of the exchange rates, with a standard streamlined process, that is something which ultimately, empowers the business as well as the students or the immigrants. So very well explained, sir.
Correct, correct. Even myself, I agree to say.
Correct, correct. Let's look at the next stage of our immigration education process. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Bhavesh. So let's see how health insurance traditionally and fintech approaches works. So traditionally, securing health insurance for immigrants could be challenging due to language barriers, complex policies, and lack of customization, often making it hard to find affordable and suitable coverage. And with the help of fintech, if you see the health covers and everything, it's become like very very transparent. Platform enhance health insurance access for immigrants by providing easy to use digital interface, tailored plans, and cost effective options through comparison shopping. They also improve transparency in coverage terms, helping immigrants making better informed decisions. So this kind of platforms nowadays are booming in the market because everyone wants best product, economical, and very transparent policy details. So some of the most commonly used fintech platforms that are enhancing health insurance access for immigrants are eHealth, Policy Genius, Compare. So this kind of products, they are helping students with saving lot of time and money, and also transparency is that each and every terms are crystal clear. So you can buy anytime with quick, and the most important, within 10 minutes you get a policy.
That's correct. That's correct, sir. I think, I mean, if I talk about myself, if I go for, even shopping for a product, or let's say even if I'm willing to go to buy my piece of clothes, I just want more options. I cannot just stick to one thing and then, just take away that. Even, I mean, this is something, it is the nature of the human, wherein if you get the best possible options for you, showing all the features and specifications in terms of what is good for you, what is in, if you are paying an extra cost, then what additional feature you are getting over there. So if I am a student and if I'm willing to purchase my, let's say, student parent cover policy, it will be best thing for me if I'm able to see the multiple provider option where I can choose which is the best one and what is the assistance that I'll be getting when I get onshore. So again, yeah, this is something which is, definitely changing the game. Again, very well said, Parisa. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks, Bhavesh.
So we'll move to the next stage, which is international bank account opening. Again, over to you, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So let's see how international bank account opening is, working in a traditional way and a fintech way. So traditionally, opening a bank account as an immigrant involved navigating complex processes, including in-person visits and extensive documentation, which could be significant barrier. So always, it used to be said that, if I want to visit a bank and I have to stand in a queue, it takes a lot of time and, nobody likes it, basically. Everyone wants ease nowadays. So fintech platforms simplify bank account opening for immigrants with digital verification and remote account setup. Bypassing the need for in-person visit, they promote financial inclusion by offering services to those often excluded by traditional banks due to documentation or status, and provide tailored banking solution to meet specific immigrant needs. So, Bhavesh, if you recall, traditionally, if we used to, before a COVID, most of the time we used to visit, for a bank or in-person visit. Every time we visit, some of the other documents are missing. And we used to, waste a lot of time, getting all the processes done. But nowadays, with the fintech, technology is booming so fast that you don't have to go anywhere. You just have to sit, open the platform, do all the paperwork online, and it's done. And quickly, within 10 minutes, you get account details. So some of the most commonly used fintech platforms that simplify international bank account opening for immigrants, we can say it's Wise, then Remitly, Revolve. So these are the platforms, we should explore if we are into this field, because it makes everyone's life easy. That's
That's
correct.
correct.
That's
That's
correct.
correct.
I
I
would
would
like
like
to
to
mention.
mention one of the past instances, which I had in my life as well. So I remember when I finished my school, my dad wanted me to open a bank account. But then I was always, so lazy to go to or step into the bank and stand in the queue and do all the procedure. I always used to avoid that. But then somehow he convinced me to do it. But these days, since we have this technology, I think everyone should make the most of it. And then, everything is virtual, everything is digital. So, I mean, why not? Even we should also empower the students who are approaching us, being the education innovation consultants. We should guide them properly, instead of following the traditional methods. If we give them these suggestions, I'm sure they'll have more trust on us. We can have a good rapport which can be built. Anyways, we are helping them to seamlessly complete their entire process. Okay, I believe few people are also asking certain questions in terms of examples of these platforms, head comparison platforms. So don't worry, guys. My team will make sure that they respond to you over the chat. And even if we miss out on anything, we will anyways have the question and answers round at the last. So we will make sure that we address to each and every query that you might have.
Okay, moving forward, possibly the last stage where fintech came with help education innovation consultants, financial document verification. So over to you, sir. Yeah. Thanks, Bhavesh. So let's see how financial document verification is working in traditional and fintech approaches. Traditionally, verifying financial documents was slow, error prone, involving physical paperwork and in-person submission. So many times, if you have visited, many of the website, they might be complaining that, here some fraud has happened due to the paperworks were not correct. The paperwork work was quite slow, and they used to get very much worried. People used to get very much worried that how we can safeguard this with the help of fintech. With the help of fintech, streamlining this with digital verification, allowing secure remote uploads and real-time tracking of the process. This makes document verification faster, more secure, and convenient for users. So fintech platform does not only does a verification easy and quickly, but it's quite secure. And even if a blockchain kind of technology being used to verify the document, once it is being stored in a blockchain, you don't have any option to alter it. So some of the most commonly used fintech platforms that simplify document processes are on Onfido, Jumio, Encode, Persona. So these are most commonly used, platforms are which is helping, every industries, to capture those data and secure and make sure that it's been highly following compliance from all the sides. Correct,
Correct,
correct.
correct.
I
I
believe
believe
this is
this
a
is a
very
very
critical
critical
stage
stage
actually
actually
for
for any
any.
immigrant or any student who is, undergoing this process of visa application. Due to a lot of human errors, sometimes, the applicants have to face this visa refusal again, which is very disheartening. Having said that, as you mentioned, these days we can very easily verify the documents by uploading it online. I even saw one of the articles very recently. I believe even the UK government, they are planning to have this, embedded on their website for certain visa subclasses, wherein they'll be launching a portal which will be linked with their website and the documents verification, and you will be able to even submit the e-visa applications over there. So as we can see that, the industry is changing, even the governments are getting into this. So yeah, I guess this is a, really interesting thing. And of course, definitely game changing, as I said earlier. Okay.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much,
much,
Mr.
Mr.
Paresh,
Paresh,
for
for
giving
giving
this
this
insight.
insight.
Talking
Talking
about
about fintech opportunity for education consultancies, we even discussed this in the previous slides, but specifically, what are the things which which you guys should consider? So first of all, integrate digital payment in your ecosystem. This is a very must thing which you should do at this stage. I mean, even if we look at the local vendors these days, vegetable vendors, they have these QR codes, on their you can say the shops, and even very small vendors as well, they have these digital payments where they accept it. I'm sure even you must have those UPI things, but then try to implement it more into the process part as well, wherein you can have it available on your website directly. Let's say if I am a student, if I'm willing to apply for Australia student visa. So if I am booking your appointment, if I'm booking an appointment with market counselors by going to the website and straight away making the payment from there, it becomes much more easy, right? even did not have to call anyone by picking up the number from your website. It's just that I just went there, I saw that, and I did that action. I'm sure you will receive, increase in such applications if you try to implement these things. Again, this is something which will definitely help you to boom your business. The other thing that I would like you to consider is that partner with fintech providers to simplify processes and auxiliary services. In case if you guys are also looking after the other auxiliary services like ticket booking or even health insurance providing, as we discussed earlier. So you should definitely partner with these fintech platforms where you can embed them in their on your websites or on your relevant portals to get the process seamlessly done. We already gave these examples specifically for Asia. Internationally we have Stripe, which is globally used. But then for Asia we have Cashfree, we have Razorpay, specifically in India. A lot of people are already using it. So just try to make the most of it and see the magic what it brings in, how your business increases. Also, customer retention acquisition. This is something which, of course, affects, as I said. So, considering that today's generation, be it Gen Z, millennials, or even the other people are also getting used to the technology. So, if I am let's say if I'm applying for a visa from any specific education or immigration consultancy, I'd be more lean towards such consultancy who are again doing all the process digitally, where I even don't have to step in inside their office, more or less. So in this case, your acquisition and retention is something which will increase. People would prefer your company because this is something which you are providing. You don't have to ask them to visit your office, or maybe everything can be just done with the call online or digitally. Even the appointments can be scheduled like that. So if you use all the technology that we discussed in the previous slides, like document verification, as well as these implementing these, fintech platforms that we have. So I'm sure you'll see a drastic change in, your customer acquisition as well as the retention part of it. Okay, so I would like Mr. Paresh to throw some light on, data breaching. So over to you, sir.
Yeah, thanks. So be aware of data breaching, guys. Data breaching, while fintech platform handles sensitive digital financial data, there are risk of data breaches that could explore users for personal information. So we should always, go for those platforms who uses strong encryption, digital sign certificates for documents verification, ISO and ISMS compliance for followed by fintech companies, and caution by users is highly crucial in this case. Since we are working with the data of finance, so we have to make sure all the compliance are being followed thoroughly by the platform which we are using.
Thank you so much for highlighting this factor. Again, this is very important, guys, these days. You should be, assured that you are using legitimate platforms which are actually verified, maybe ISO certified companies, so that you are not falling into the trap of data breaching. Ultimately, this is something which, of course, is like most important, considering your privacy, your business privacy, as well as your client's privacy. Okay. So I would just like to quickly, throw some light and introduce ourselves, basically the company which we belong to, Conze. We will, just run you through of what we are and what is our motive. So basically, Conze is all about building exceptional SaaS-based solutions to reform education and immigration industry. We have, been in the market since quite a while now. And then we have certain even products which you would like to just, give you a run through of. I would love to showcase these four products which we are, currently dealing with. The first product is Condesk. Again, this is a SaaS-based platform. It is a smart and intuitive CRM exclusively for education immigration agents. Ultimately, in case if you are a business who are looking for a CRM, wherein you want to like manage your entire student life cycle. If I said, let's say the top of the sales funnel is something wherein you receive an inquiry or while you're generating the leads. And until, the entire process is done when their visa application is received. So the entire part, the document, the collection, the part of process, getting the admission, applying for the universities, getting the offer letters, getting the confirmations, as well as, the other things, invoicing, you can embed your, appointment, tools and software with the system as well. So it is something which is a one-stop solution for you guys. I mean, definitely, if anyone is interested, just we can feel free to buzz us. We'd be more than happy to even provide you, one-on-one consultation. So Condesk is specifically for that. If you talk about Compare, so Compare is something wherein it is a go-to portal for comparison and purchase of OBHC and OSFC policies. This is specifically for the people who are sending or dealing with Australia as a destination. If at all you are looking for a provider wherein you have all the rates in front of you, be it any provider, Australia, be it NIB, maybe Bank, or any other such companies. If you want to have everything at one place, you'll be able to definitely, just click provider policy dates. Just with one click, you'll have all the features in front of you, proper comparison with all the quotations. So this is a free of charge platform as of now, and you can earn commissions, while you purchasing policies on your students' behalf as well. So again, maybe this is something also which you guys can check it out if at all you are dealing in Australia. Then we have Consign. Again, Consign is a very beautiful product. It is an innovative e-sign platform with document management system. So in case if you want to avoid your, traditional paperwork wherein you are, sending papers to get it signed and then maintaining those papers for record keeping, you should completely skip that. Consign is, something which will empower your business, wherein you can share the documents virtually. You can prepare your own templates, and it can also be shared, within the organization. You can even set your signing orders that which person will be signing first, and then it will go to that particular person. So it is a very vast product. Again, I would recommend for them who are actually more into signatures, where they collect signatures at a lot of stages. So this is something which you should also explore. Then we have Search My Ensco. Okay, again, this is specifically for the people who are dealing in the destination Australia, to be very specific. Search My Ensco is a skilled occupational tool to check occupational eligibility of Australian immigration. Now, I'm sure everyone is aware that very frequently the immigration policies they keep on changing. So to stay updated with the industry standards and to give a legitimate information to your clients while they are coming for the consultation, if you want to give them a proper pathway, that okay, if you, let's say if I was pursuing my hospitality management and if I wanted to get into I'm applying for Australia, I want to become a chef. So if I just go there, type chef, so it will give me the entire history of the occupation, wherein that okay, which state is actually more eligible for me, which visa subclass I can apply moving forward. So it will lead you to the PR pathway and the stuff, a lot more stuff like that will be clearly explained. And the data that comes in is more or less from the government portal. So again, this is also something which you guys definitely should check out if you are dealing specifically for Australia as a country. And then, yeah, I mean, this is something we would, wanted to share with you as well. More or less, now it's time for question and answers. I would like each and every one of you can definitely participate by unmuting yourself and you will just turn off your cameras. Or you can even just drop your messages on chat box. We'll be more than happy to answer them. I just quickly just done to the chat that we have. Okay, I believe Mr. Raj has asked that which types of financial documents are verified by the tools shared by Paresh. It's interesting and also time saving. I believe, I mean, just giving it a hint, Paresh sir, is it the bank statement that we upload, like let's say even the PAN card and the other details which are ideally required?
Yeah, it's basically those are the documents which are specifically required by the each of the countries where they ask you certain documents based on their banking needs. So those documents, platforms, they verify, they validate, and then they make sure that it is being secure. So the data, it's not a specific document. You can say the documents which are required by those of the institution.
I see. I see. I hope you got your answer right. Okay. And I mean, even my team has dropped some polls for you, some interesting polls. We would like to just know your insights in terms of what do you think. We are actually willing to plan to, conduct one more upcoming webinar, and you have certain choices wherein you can decide, which is something you would prefer to attend the session for. So I believe the future of edtech and its impact on education consultancies is one of the topics. Ideal business model for the education and immigration industry, and how to leverage social media for agency growth and student recruitment. I believe these are really interesting topics. But then, yeah, more or less, it would be great if we can even hear from more people, more participants, that what are you actually willing to attend, and then we can, have the things accordingly. Okay. Do we have more questions coming in from the audience? I mean, you can definitely type in the chat box, or as I said, just feel free to unmute yourself and even speak up. And regardless of the presentation, if you have missed something in between, if you joined in a little late, don't worry about that. We'll make sure that the entire recording is being sent to your registered email addresses, and then you'll be able to even check the recordings as well. And even if someone is also willing to know about our previous webinar that we conducted, that how you can double your education immigration businesses in 2024, you can even ask for that as well. You can even send that across to you. Okay, I guess that is it. Maybe you can even reach out to us anytime if you have any questions regarding the entire topic that we discussed, as well as the products that we showcase in terms of Conze umbrella. So feel free to reach out to us, and then we'll be there to help you out. And once again, I would like to thank Mr. Paresh Manisinghani for taking out some time from his schedule and giving some really good insights on how fintech can revolutionize the immigration industry. It was really nice to have you today, sir.
Thanks, Bhavesh, and thanks, audience. And it was really great session and good to see you all. And we'll connect soon for the next webinar. Thank you.
So thank you, everyone. We would love to see you again